Sinjar is practically a ghost town. The area was home to most of Iraq's Yazidis, an ethnic and religious minority. Now, its streets contain only traces of life before the Daesh occupation for people like Beban. She came back to her hometown recently, but says it's unlivable now.
The situation in Sinjar is very bad. Even though they brought the power back, it keeps cutting off. Sometimes we don't have power for days. The water is not drinkable. They don't do anything for Sinjar. Most of the houses are destroyed.
When Daesh captured Sinjar in 2014, its fighters killed at least 2,000 Yazidis as part of its attacks against religious minorities. The group also enslaved thousands of women and children. Many are still missing. Just over a year later, US-backed forces liberated the town. But 3 years on, reminders of the Daesh occupation are still everywhere. The Norwegian Refugee Council says 200,000 Yazidis remain displaced. Basa Khalaf is one of them. She's been living in a camp in the Iraqi city of Dohuk with her children.
Our situation in these tents is very bad. We feel dead inside. We don't have proper electricity, healthcare or water. Many people don't have any income and feel as good as dead.
The central government of Iraq says it needs $88 billion to rebuild after the fight against Daesh. But for the past year, Sinjar has been under the control of the Iraqi army. And while rebuilding efforts are underway in other cities, people in Sinjar say they're being ignored.
The bones of our loved ones are still on the streets and not buried. It's almost impossible to go back to Sinjar to see our houses or visit the graves.
As survivors demand their city be rebuilt, aid organizations are echoing their calls.
There is an urgent need to rebuild schools and hospitals. Otherwise, this place is going to stay empty.
With the destruction that Daesh left behind it, all of Iraq is facing a long road back to normalcy. But until then, Sinjar will be a reminder of all they've endured. Rahul Radhakrishnan, TR2 World.